Hi beauties, it's Jean Piersanti with Beauty and the Stamper. We are going to make a cue card. So let me go ahead and show you. I'm going to be using the Daisy Lane here and the Daisy Delight. So depending on which one you have, because we can use it with both, but I think I'm going to use the Daisy from here and the Thank You from here. And let's see what happens. We're going to try and make some little cornflowers. So let's go ahead. I'm going to take these. For my base, I have an 8.5 by 11 cut in half and then scored in half so that we have our base of 5.5 by 4.25. So I'm going to set that off to the side. I also have a white piece that we're going to do some stamping on, a Daffodil Delight piece that we're going to do just a little border. I have this piece of Daffodil Delight, which is where we're going to start stamping. And I'm going to do that with crushed curry. So we're going to take that crushed curry and stamp it twice. So we'll go once there, and then we'll go one more right here. And I hope I lined it up correctly. If not, we'll have to do a little bit of finagling. I'm going to set that right there. Now I'm going to get my large punch. There's also the small punch, super cute. But this one we're going to do some pretty big little cornflowers here. So, yep, it looks like it'll line up for me. We're just going to there we go. Well, I'm going to try it this way, see if it'll line it up any better. That's the hard part. Sometimes you need to finagle. You don't really need, but this is what I'm going to do. I'm just going to get some big scissors here. And come across and see if we can round these out first. And that might help a little bit. There we go. And then you're just going to line that guy up and punch it out. Now, we already know that we need to circle these little ones around, so I'm going to just go ahead and do that here. And there we go. Now it's going to line up very nicely here. We're going to pop that one out as well. And there you go. You can save this for another piece of stamping there. This will just go into our little trash can. Then what we're going to do is we're going to take this and we're going to just fold it in half, kind of at a oblong angle. There we go, just like that. Okay, because that's the way those little flowers look. We're going to do the same thing here. Now, if you do not want to stamp them, you do not need to stamp them. It is all how you would like. There we go. We're going to set those off to the side for right now. Actually, what I'm going to do is I'd like these to be held down a little bit. So I'm going to grab some glue dots and my take your pick tool just to grab one little glue dot here. Actually, I might grab two. Put a glue dot here. And another here. And then that's going to hold it down. I'm going to do the same here. One there. And another one right there. And there we go. Now they are held down rather nicely. And we're still going to do a little bit with that. But first I'm going to take my Whisper White front. I'm going to put my thank you right up here. So I'm going to do it right across the center. And we'll do it in that same crushed curry color. I'm just going to line that up. Look at that, super pretty thank you there. And you know, while I have this out, I'm going to grab a little sheet here. I just have a little piece of grid paper that goes in the Stamparatus, but I'm going to use that. And I'm going to grab one of the daubers. And with that dauber, I'm going to just add a little bit of color here to give it a little bit of darkness there. All the way around like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing. There we go. So you're giving a little bit of texture there. And you could even go around the outside if you wanted to really give some texture. It all depends on what you feel you like. So we've got those two pieces there. I think that's all we have on that piece. We're getting all our pieces together, then we'll put it together. I'm going to grab these clear faceted gems, and I'm going to use this little middle section. There's also the large section, whichever you prefer. They're actually, I think they are the same size. They are. So I'm just going to actually grab my pumpkin pie, and it is the Stampin' Blends there, because when you mark on these gems, you can color them any color you want. So I have a pumpkin pie. I do not have a crushed curry, so I'm using pumpkin pie. So, and that'll work. You could use a brown, you could use whatever you'd like. I'm just filling that in. And then when that dries, it's going to be that great color. So there we got those pieces. And now we're going to come right back here to this guy. And again, I want this piece here. I'm going to kind of do our flowers like this. So now that I know where they are, I'm going to take the stem, and that stem came from the Daisy Lane stamp set there. So I'm going to take that stem, and I'm bringing out some Old Olive and Pear Pizzazz. So the Old Olive is what we'll be stamping in. And now I see where my flowers are. And I'm going to kind of just stick it right there. And then same with the larger one. I'm going to go all the way up on that one. So we've got that. And now I want to add a little bit of color. I just don't want it to be old olive. I want to color that in with some of the Pear Pizzazz. And so I have, this is the old style of ink pads. I'm getting them all replaced, but I still like to have these old pads because that lets me put some ink down on the bottom. I can always do it by using a block and putting ink on the block, but I have the old one, so I'm going to grab my blender pen. And I don't know if you could see or not, but I did miss a little line right there. I could go in with my pen and add a quick line of old olive like that, and we're done. Super easy. But I'm going to go in with my blender pen and grab a little bit of that Pear Pizzazz because the Pear Pizzazz is a little bit lighter. And you'll see I could color that in and you'll be able to see through it. Now I could use the Pear Pizzazz marker, but I want to be able to have it as light as I want it to be. So you see there I could start out dark and get lighter. See the difference? So I'm going to start out with a little bit lighter and just coloring this in like I would a marker. And this stays with that color for quite a while. And if I didn't have the marker, I could still just color it in and you wouldn't even be able to tell that I missed that spot there. So we're going to just color this in. And same here. And it gives a little bit of like a watercolor effect there. And then I could go in with either some old olive or a little bit of the darker and hit that again in some areas. So see how that is a little bit of dimension right there. So there we go. I think that's everything. Now we get to put everything together. I'm going to cap this guy, but first I want to clean that marker off. And so there we go. It's all done. All right. We're going to bring everything and let's start putting it together. We've got our host code here. If you wanted to order any of the stuff that you see here, feel free. Just go to jeanpiersanti.stampinup.net. I'm going to get my bone folder and we are just going to burnish that down so it stays nice and flat. And we'll do the other side as well. And then I think I'm going to take a little bit of the white twine here. And we're going to wait just a minute because I need to add this piece onto this piece. Just using some snail adhesive. We're just going to line that up, give it a little bit of an edge there. There we go. Now I'm going to take that twine, bring that around. And make a little thing here. Now, I must admit, this is not my own design. This, I found it, oh, where did I find it? Another Stampin' Up! Demonstrator had it in one of her newsletters. I believe her name is Wendy. Is it Wendy or Kathleen? I don't remember. Oh my gosh. I'm so sorry. I like to give the credit where it's due. Creatively, I don't know. Oh, I'm so sad. But hers was a little bit different. But you know, we get our ideas from so many different places. And I just saw her make these beautiful little cornflower. So I wanted to give it a try. So I'm going to move this down a little bit. And I'm going to scooch this one over so that it kind of looks like it's holding on there. Now we're going to go ahead and put this one. Now you can put this part on with, you can put it on with dimensionals if you want, but if it's going to be going through the mail, I'm already going to have some dimensionals on there, and so I don't want it to be too high. So we've got that, and I am going to grab some mini dimensionals right here. Put that right in the center. Same with this one. Then you can take this little guy and give it a little bit of dimension, like hanging down or hanging up, however you'd like. But then we're going to take this guy and put it just like that. We're going to do the same thing here. We'll do it kind of curved up a little bit, and then maybe the back ones we'll do curved down a little bit, because it's nature and they do that kind of stuff. Put that one right there. Then I'm going to take this guy. We've got this side as a better side to pull these off with, I think. And we're going to do it up a little bit, because if you remember how those are, they do stand above that. That is so cute. And I wanted to add just one more thing here. And these are from the Peaceful Poppy sequins. They've got some beautiful gold pieces in there. So I just wanted to add a couple pieces. So I'm getting out my fine liner glue pen and just putting a dot here, maybe a dot there, and then maybe one more right here. So I always do my sequins in either 3s or 5s. And since we have 2 already here, 2 little embellishments, I thought adding these pretty little, not that one, the gold little ones, would be a nice little touch there. Well, let's keep trying here. They've got little flowers on there too, but I just want the regular gold ones. There we go. And one more. The fun part is hunting for them. It's like going fishing, hoping you catch the right one. And there we go. So that is my card. I hope you like it. I think it is super cute. If you do like this, please make sure you give me a big thumbs up. Make sure you subscribe right here. And you guys, thank you so much for watching my channel. I appreciate it. For those of you who share my videos, oh man, thank you so much. All right, have a wonderful day, and I'll talk to you later. Bye.